Hello students of class 8. So today I am going to discuss your doubts which you have shared with me. So one by one from chapter 1 I am going to discuss all your doubts. So the first doubt is from exercise 1.1 question number 3.1, that is fill in the blanks. See here, there are three fractions which is given, and according to the condition which is given, according to this condition we can say that all the fraction are equivalent. You know about equivalent fraction. If two fraction are equivalent, that is, if we can write if a by b is equal to c by d, then we can write a into d is equal to b into c. All of you know about the cross product. Okay, so this question also we have to do like that only. So here there are two boxes, we have to find the value in the boxes. Okay, so let us do question number 3.1. So taking the first two fractions, we can write 4 by 5 is equal to minus 12 by box. We don't know the value which we written in the blank. So now we can use cross product formula. So using the cross product formula we can write 4 into box is equal to minus 12 into 5. So by transferring 4 to that side, it will be divided by minus 12 into 5, then it will get cancelled out. So the final answer will be what? Minus 15. So in first box we can write minus 15. Similarly, you can take these two ratios. Okay. Similarly, you can take these two ratios, or you can take first and third ratio also. Okay. So like that you can do also. So I am taking first and third ratio. You can take second and third ratio also, you will get the same answer again. So 4 into box is equal to 5 into 20. So box is equal to 5 into 20 by 4. So if we cancel, we will get the value of box as 25. So this is what? 25. So this is the way you have to do like this. You can take the second and third ratio also. Okay, by taking the second and third ratio and using the cross product, you can find the value of the second box which is in the denominator. Okay, so come to next question. So next come to exercise 1.3 question number 7. Here you have to show that this left hand side part is equal to that right hand side part. Okay, so what is here? You know the property here, associative property for associative property of addition in rational numbers. Okay, the property is applied. So you have to do according to the property. So according to that we have to add the bracket number first, and then the answer from that, using the answer you have to add with the remaining rational numbers. So first of all we will solve the left hand side part, secondly we will solve the right hand side part. Okay, so in left hand side part, see, minus 2 by 5 plus 4 by 9. We have to solve this one first. So we have to take the LCM of 5 and 9. It will be what? 45. So see, I have first solved the left hand side part. We have to take this part. Okay, we will solve this bracket by taking 45 as an LCM. We can solve. Okay, so this will be minus 18, this will be 20. You know the steps, this is very simpler. See, 20 minus 18 will be 2 by 45. This is minus 3 by 4. Again you have to take LCM from using 45 and 4. See, 45 and 4, they are not exactly divisible with each other. Okay, so if the two numbers are not divisible with each other, you can directly multiply the two numbers, you already know. So by multiplying 45 and 4, I got LCM as 180. So after solving, I got minus 127 by 180. I have included every step, I have written every step, so I think you can easily got it. Okay, so if after doing this also, if you have any problem, you can also ask me. Okay, so this is the left hand side part, that is minus 127 by 180. Now come to the right hand side part. See the right hand side part. Again you have to solve the bracket first. We have this bracket in the second position, that means in the second term. Okay, we can say it as second term. So when we solve 9 and 4, the LCM will come as 36. Okay, so again you have to simplify the numerator So finally I got minus 11 by 36. So minus 2 by 5 plus minus 11 by 36. Both are negative. As both are negative, so again the number will come. That will be a negative rational number. Okay. So again you have to take LCM with from 5 and 36. You have to take LCM. We will get 180 and finally see the answer is 127. 5 plus 2 that will be 7 and 5 plus 7 will be what? 112. So 100 minus 112 127 by 180. So what we can conclude that the left hand side part is equal to the right hand side part. That means associative property is proved. Okay. So let us go to the next one. So see in exercise 1.6 question number 3, what is given in a school? The number of girls were 5 by 8 of the total student. So the first condition I have written 5 by 8 of total students. Okay. Then the next condition is, two conditions are given. So first condition is this one and second condition is this one. Okay. Second condition is number of girls is equal to 120 plus number of boys. It is given already in the question. You can read the question, you will got this. So what we have to find? We have to find the total number of students and the number of boys in the school. So see here, first of all, you have to let the number of boys in the school be x. So why we are taking the number of boys be x? See, here one condition is given that the number of girls is equal to 120 plus number of boys. So every time we cannot write number of boys, na? That's why I have taken number of boys as x, so that it will become simpler. It will become what? 120 plus x. So 120 plus x will be simpler. Okay, that's why I have taken number of boys as x. You can take the total strength of the school also as x. Then the equation will be somewhat different. Okay. So I have taken the number of boys as x. So number of girls will be how much? From this we can write number of girls is equal to 120 plus x. X is the number of boys. Okay. Next see, and what will be the total number of students in the school? So total number of students in the school will be equal to number of boys plus number of girls. So as we have taken number of boys is equal to x, so we have to put first of all x, that is the number of boys, plus number of girls. So according to the condition, number of girls is 120 more than number of boys. Okay, that means 120 plus x is the number of girls. So if we add these two numbers, we will get what? 120 plus x will be what? 2x. So this is the total number of students. So why I have written total number of students? Why I have written this? See, here one condition is given above the first condition, that is number of girls is equal to 5 by 8 of total students. So every time I cannot write total number of students. Okay, so we have to write we have to write one situation. So that situation we have to form it. So what is the total student? That will be number of boys plus number of girls. That is equal to how much we got? 120 plus 2x. So we will put in place of total number of students. Okay. So here the final equation, see here, also given that what is given? The first condition is given. Number of girls is equal to 5 by 8 of total students. So we can write in place of number of girls, I can write 120 plus x, and 5 by 8 of means into total students, already we got 120 plus 2x. Okay. So after transferring 8 to that side, it will be multiplied with the whole term. We will get 960 plus 8x, and in right hand side part I got what? 600 plus means 5 into 120 will be 600, and 5 into 2x will be what? 10x. So here we are applying distributive property of multiplication over addition. Already you know. Okay, we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, so now you have to transfer and you have to collect the like terms. So what are like terms? X, x. So you have to collect at one side, and the remaining constant terms. Constant terms means numbers. You have to collect the number on the right hand side. Okay. So after simplifying, I got what? X is equal to 180, and this is what? This is the number of boys. Okay. And what is the number of girls? Number of girls is 120 more than boys. Okay, so 120 plus 180 will be the number of girls. Okay, so next you have to find the total number of students, that will be equal to number of boys plus number of girls. Okay, so please try to do this. I have not done the total number of strength part, that will be done by you. Okay, you do it. Already I think this question I have discussed earlier also, so please try to go through it, and if there is any further difficulty, so you can ask me again. Okay, so come to the next one. Next question is from exercise 1.7. Question number 1. You have to find a rational number between -5 and -6. See, if you have to find only one rational number between two given numbers, then there is a simplest method. The simple method is you can add the two numbers and divide it by 2. Okay, that means find the average of the two numbers which are given. So what we have to do, what we do in average, we simply add the two numbers and divide it by 2, because there are two numbers, that's why we have to divide by 2. So here what you have to do, you have to add -5 and -6 and divide it by 2. You will get what? -5.5. Okay, that will be your answer. And the next question that will arise in your mind, that there are more rational number between -5 and -6. Okay, so can't we write the different rational number between -5 and -6? So the answer is yes, you can write many rational number. In book I think the answer is given as -5.5. So don't go with the answer. Okay, there are many rational numbers between two given numbers, so you can find infinitely many rational numbers. Okay, so you can find a different rational number also, but the simplest way is, if you want to find a rational number, a means what? One rational number, then the simple method is add the two numbers and divide it by 2. So the rational between them will be what? We have to add the two numbers and divide it by 2. So you will get -5 -6 by 2, that is -11 by 2. So when you cancel it out, or you can divide, so you will get -5.5. That will be the rational number between -5 and -6. So next question is from the exercise 2.2. Question number 3, fill in the blanks. See here, you have to simplify this one. You have to use the law of exponent. So see here, base is different but power is same, and between both of them multiplication symbol is there. So you have to apply the law, that is a to the power m into b to the power m, that is equal to ab whole to the power m. That means you have to multiply the base and the power will be same. So 2 into 3, you have to multiply the base, that will be 6 to the power -1 whole to the power 2. Now you have to apply the property x to the power a whole to the power b is equal to x to the power a into b. So by this law you can write -1 into 2. Okay, so see, -1 into 2, here you can apply commutative property of multiplication. We can write it 2 into -1 also, that will be also correct. Okay, so in multiplication of two numbers, you know that order does not change the value. Okay, so we can write 2 in place of -1 and -1 in place of 2. So like that we can interchange the numbers. So we can write what? 2, and outside the bracket I am writing -1. So why I am doing this? Because see, in the second bracket also the power is what? -1. Whole to the power is -1. So that's why I am doing in the first term I am doing what? Whole to the power -1. So see here, now the base now the power is same. So now if the power is same, then we can multiply the base numbers. So here base is what? 6 square, that means 36. So 36 into -3 by 8. So cancel it, you will get -27 by 2 whole to the power -1. And you know, this is, you can write as reciprocal. Okay, so as reciprocal, when you change it, it can be what? It will be what? -2 by 27 whole to the power +1. Now it is minus 1. When you change it, it will become what? Plus 1. Okay. So come to the next question. So the next question is exercise 2.2, question number 4.1. So here see all the base are same. There are two part, left hand side and one is right hand side part. The base is same. Okay. So what we have to do, see here, these two terms are multiplied with each other. So if base are same, then we can add the powers. So we can write 3 plus minus 6. So 3 plus minus 6 will be what? Minus 3. Okay. And in right hand side part we are having same. That means we have to write the same. So that is 4 by 5 whole to the power 2n minus 1. So finally see what happened here. If the base are same, okay, this is an equation now. You can say this is an equation now. So if in an equation in the both side the base are same, then you can equate, means you can equalize the powers. Okay, if base are same, then you can equalize the power. So by equating the power, you have to write equating the powers. It is known here that base is same. So no need to write that here base is same. No need to write. It is already given. It is already here. The equation is showing that the base are same. So we have to write equating the powers. We get minus 3 is equal to 2n minus 1. So like that way we got what? One equation, and from this equation we have to find the value of n. So transferring minus 1 to that side, you will get plus 1. So minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2. And here 2 is multiplied with n, so 2 will be transferred to that side. It will divide by minus 2, we will get minus 1. Okay. So come to the next. So next question is from exercise 2.3, question number 12. You have to write this number in standard form, or you can say scientific notation using exponent. So see 0.005. Already you know any number, the number in standard form should be like this. Okay, you know the value of k, na? The value of k is between what, 1 to 10. Okay, so you have to use that one. Between means it starts from what? It is greater than 0 and it is less than 10. Okay, the value of k, you know na, the standard form k into what? 10 to the power n. So the value of k is greater than 0 and it is less than 10. So here see, the first value you have to take it as the value should be between 0 and 10. So we are having 5. First of all, we will write in fractions. So we can write 5 by 1000, then 5 by 10 cube. 10 cube is 1000. So when we do the reciprocal of 10 cube, we will get what? 10 to the power minus 3, and it is multiplied with what? 5. 5 is in numerator. Okay. So see, 5 is what? We can write 5 as 5.0 also. Okay, we can say 5.0. So that is the standard form. And 5, or we can say 5.0 it is lying between what? It is lying between 0 to 10. Okay, that is what our standard form. Similarly, we can convert 0.01 also. So see, 0.005 is converted to 5 into, you can directly write 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. So 0.001 will be converted into 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. Like the same way you have to do. Okay. So next is chapter checkup of chapter 3. Question number 4. You have to find the square root of m to the power 12. So what is the meaning of m to the power 12? You have to multiply m 12 number of times. Okay, so then you have to take out you have to see that which number are pairing. Okay, so you have to pair, first of all, you have to pair the number and you have to take out one number. So here 1m into 1m, 1m into 1m, 1m will be taken out. Similarly from here you can take out 1m, similarly from that m, similarly from this one, similarly from this one, similarly from this one. So you will get how many m? Total 6m. So here see m to the power m, 1 1 1 1 1. So what you can write? See, base are same and all between them multiplication symbol is there. So you can write m to the power what? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus up to how many times? Yes, 6 times. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you can write m to the power 6. This is the answer. Okay. So next is number 2. You have to do like this. Okay, number 2, 16 you can break it. You can write 4 into 4. So by that 4 will be taken out. Okay, next is x to the power 4. X to the power 4 you can write x into x into x into x. That means 4 times you can write x. So by that, if you do pair, okay, so 2x will come out. So you can write if 2x will come out, you can write x to the power 2. Similarly, y is y to the power 8. So when you write y into up to 8 number of times, then you can see that total number of y that should be taken out will be what? 4. So y into y into y into y. That means y to the power 4 will be taken out. Okay. So what is the meaning of square root? That means in power it is what? It is going half. That's why I told you earlier also. The meaning of square root is what? It can be written as, in power it is what? It is base. There is no change in base. What is the change in? It is change in what? It is change in power. Power will get half. Okay, will be half. Similarly, in question number 1, m to the power 12. Power is c. What is? It is going half. Okay. So next, come to question number 11. Find the square root using shortcut method. So first of all, you have to check the unit digit of square root of 1849. So unit digit of this number, see, this is 9. Okay. So that means in the square root of this number, the unit digit will be what? 3 or 7, because see, 3 3s are 9. Okay. Then also 9 comes, and 7 7s are 49. Then also 9 comes in the unit place. Okay. So the possibility is 3 or it may be 7. So next you have to go to the next digit, that is thousands and hundreds place. So in 100 and 1000 place the number is 18. Next you have to check 18 comes between which square number. So it comes between 4 square, that means 16, and 5 square, that means 25. That means it comes between 16 and 25. But we cannot take it, we cannot take 5 square. Why we cannot take? Because see, 25, 5 square is 25, which is more than 18. Okay, so we have to take this number. So here we have to take what? The base. Okay, we have to take the base number. Now we have to form the number. See how to form the number. We have to take the base number, that is 4, and you have to write the next one, that is 4 3. That will be what? 43, and the next number will be what? 47. So these are the two possibilities. That means the square of 43 will be, means maybe 1849, or we can say the square of 47 will be this one. Okay. So now what we have to check, in between 43 and 47 a number comes 45. We can easily find the square of 45. So I am finding the square of 45. So after finding, I got 2025. Okay. So 2025 is much greater than what? The given number. That means what? See, if 45 square is greater than the given number, that means what? 47 will be, the square of 47 will be what? Much bigger than that number. Okay. So our the two possibilities of our one possibility will be cancelled out. Okay. So we have to take what? We have to take 43. That means 43 is the square root of 1849. Okay. So try to practice. I hope I have cleared your doubt. Okay. So please try to do it, and if further you find any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay. So bye bye and thank you.